Hello, and welcome to the Fashion Enquirer Daily Podcast. I'm MJ Carter. I'm excited to be here. This is the first podcast, and it's a solo podcast just to talk everything your true fashion sense. What is your true fashion sense? Well, for me, I think fashion sense is just my innate ability to tap into what my personal style is and what is required of me at the time in terms of my wardrobe, my presence, my total package. So, a lot of people think, fashion is just about what you put on, but it's not. It's also your smile, your energy, your your hair, your nails, your makeup, everything kind of complements your style and your fashion sense. So that's why you've probably seen my blog most recently, and I was talking about why your nail color um, should match your lipstick. It was just more about, and mine do match. It's more about putting together your whole total package as a woman, as a person, bringing things together and making sure that everything about you gels. We want to have an organic experience in terms of our life and our journey here on the planet. So I think if you tap into your true fashion sense, it can bring you closer to that experience. So it's really about a little soul searching and finding out, what's best for you. So, today's deep dive will be about how to kind of put together your staples. I think putting together your staples is very important because each season has its your go-to items, no matter if you've tapped into your fashion sense or not. Everyone will go to their favorite pair of jeans or their favorite sweatshirt or their favorite suit jacket or their favorite pair of high heels. Um, and so it matters which ones you select because you're going to put those on and wear them again and again and again. So I'll go through some selection ideas for our current season, which is winter. Now, winter is, ending soon, and as you know, we're going to go into our next season. But I did want to kind of round you out with maybe a couple of more pieces you can kind of add to your wardrobe for, next winter or this current season, and you can just maybe surprise yourself with some good fashion choices. So that being said, I'm thinking you should already have, a cute pair of boots. You should already have a pair of, loafers or loafer-like shoes because there's so many different styles here now. The traditional loafer is not worn as often, but you should have, a couple of pairs of pants that kind of fit your style, your personal style. I like slacks because I think that they can dress up or down. I mean, you can wear slacks and a zip up kind of sweater, or slacks and a collared shirt, or slacks and a cotton shirt, and still look, dressed to impress. I mean, you can buy a pair of blue slacks, black slacks, and you only need those two. And you can switch them out with different sweaters and blouses and shirts and um, other items in your closet. In addition to that, I would recommend having a lot of different tops. When I say tops, I don't just mean like blouses and sweaters, but I mean like jackets and blazers and trench coats and coats and um, different items that kind of change how you look up top. The reason why I say that is a lot of people are working remotely for the time being, and you want to look different on your Zoom calls. You don't want to have on the same color or the same type of blouse or top or shirt for every Zoom call. So I would suggest varying up the tops that you put on to make sure you're bringing your true fashion sense to the forefront in the Zoom calls and the video calls and the virtual meetings that we're having a lot here in the most recent times with everything, changing. And that said, so I talked about your shoe game, your boots, your loafers. We can't forget our athletic wear, but that's separate. So we'll go into that a little deeper later. But I talked about your pants and your tops. Now I'm going to talk about perhaps having a couple of pashminas or scarves to kind of complement your outfit and bring it together. Sometimes when you're matting two different colors or two different shades, you want to bring a scarf in or a pashmina in to kind of pull the outfit together and and elevate your style. That being said, just consider having 3 to 5 different scarves. And I say that because one can be like a lighter, more breezy pashmina, and then one can be like a thicker wooler scarf, and then the other one can be like a plain in between, like cashmere or silk scarf. So I love the cashmere and silk pashminas. I think that they exude, confidence and they're very regal. Um, when you want to just tone it down a bit or you're going to the gym, I like, as I mentioned in my blog posts, Lululemon. I think that they have a lot of nice athletic wear. Um, there are a lot of other brands out there that are very popular, but I just prefer Lululemon because I think it speaks to women and like this kind of lower energy, slower pace, yoga-esque Pilates and taking classes and not just working at the gym very hard, like hardcore cardio, hardcore weights, but more of like that leisurely athleticism that I think is lacking in some communities where we're so fast paced. Um, there are other communities where there's like a slower, more deliberate approach to everything. And so we want to consider that too. And then in terms of jewelry, I like a nice earring like every day. The reason why I do that is because it ups my energy, my mood. I feel put together when I have a nice pair of earrings on. They can be small, but they can be larger and kind of make more of a statement. I chose these earrings that are kind of pear shaped with a double um, pear shaped earring that have some sparkle, and I got them from Saks in New Orleans, so there's a good memory behind them. When I was in New Orleans for NABJ, I went to the Saks, and I found these for a very reasonable price. And I had the option of getting them in gold, but I chose the silver, so I like them a lot. So they remind me of New Orleans. And today, as you know, the Super Bowl is being held there. So um, I'm not really rooting for any team. I know a lot of people are rooting for the Eagles because the Chiefs always win. So um, I guess if I had to choose, I would say maybe the Eagles. Give them an opportunity. But, if the Chiefs win, it's fine too. Anyhow, moving forward, just be mindful that, fashion is about um, being confident. It's, no matter what you wear, if you don't exude confidence, then you're not really making as big of a fashion statement. I've seen people just in like minimalist clothing, no labels, no designer, um, you know, input. and they are looking fabulous. And I think it's just about the confidence they exude when they walk. It's their posture, it's their, shoulders back, head, chin up kind of energy. It could be an accessory that they're wearing, like they can have on, an oversized sweatshirt or an oversized pant with a fitted shirt, and then throw on some designer shades or no name Amazon shades and rock a pair of slides, and there you go. The person is just fabulous. So I think we have to keep in mind that style is never ending, and you build in your closet, based on some of the ideas that I did present a couple of minutes ago. Uh, as spring and summer approach, keep in mind that um, a lot of people like to wear like the famous sundress, right? But some of the sundresses don't have a lot of structure, and I think that's why some people like them. And, more power to you if you like the unstructured sundress. But I like the sundress that has a nice cut to it. I don't want it flowy to the point where it's making me look like I gained an extra 10 pounds. So just keep in mind when you're putting on that sundress, does this make you look 10 pounds overweight or 10 pounds underweight? And it's not just about, weight, because you can be beautiful at any size, but it's also about just accentuating the best part of your body. So if you happen to have a nice upper body, like I know with myself, I have sort of a pear shaped body. So I like to accentuate my upper body and like play down my lower body, because I think I have a nice collarbone. So I like to show my collarbone a lot and accentuate that with like jewelry and tops that are strappy or tops that are over one shoulder tops. So that can be very important too, to kind of think about those ideas about accentuating certain parts and not accentuating other parts. Wrapping up, I think one thing to keep in mind is that you don't always have to have makeup or, jewelry or accessories to be fashion forward or to be on your game in terms of your fashion. But I think a good skincare regimen also is very important, because if you don't have on any makeup, you want to shine. And I think I emphasized shine in one of my blog posts as well too. So I would suggest going back and reading some of my blog posts, because I talked about beachwear in one and how you want to shine. And I didn't talk about skincare though, but I'm talking about it here. So beachwear was important because I think a lot of people just throw on flip flops and a hat and think they're styling, but you just kind of want to step up and elevate your style game. And I would say um, what you wear is very important. So ditch the flip flops, like I said in the blog, but also get your skincare game on. Wear some bronzer. Show that glow that you naturally have from within, but push it out a little bit so you can shine from the inside out. Thank you for joining me on this podcast, and I look forward to seeing you again on the next podcast. We will have some exciting things to talk about. I will, in future podcasts, have guests on, experts, fashion influencers, and whatnot. But this time, I just wanted to come, on my own as this initial introduction to kind of tell you what I'm about and how I operate and think in terms of fashion. And if you would like an initial consultation, it is free, 1 hour, and we can talk about your true fashion sense and how to bring that out. And so feel free to contact me via fashioninquirerdaily.com. That's fashioninquirerdaily.com. scroll down towards the bottom of the site, and there is a book now button, and feel free to book. Alrighty, I'm MJ Carter signing off with Fed